Okay, hello everyone. Welcome again to Pescademy. And this is Pescademy platform, the platform where we stream all activities that happen on AquaOrg technologies. And why do we stream on Pescademy? This is because this is a learning platform and majorly activities that go on live or maybe recorded are on training and mentorship. And this is just one of it from ASx Community. We're having today on how to maximize mentorship, how to maximize strategic relationship, right? And all of that. So on our webinar today, we have a talented speaker, someone that has spent so much in the industry, so much time in the industry, and has leveraged this strategic relationship to grow not just herself but her business. And that's no other person than Mrs. Ayokunle Oredeyin, and she's going to be taking us through how to maintain strategic relationship as a fisheries and aquaculture student. So she's also the co-founder of Captain Fish Limited. She's she's one of the beautiful female farmer in the industry, and we are really glad to have you here. Please, ma, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much, Samuel, for that awesome introduction. And personally, I would like to welcome everybody to this platform because whether you're a student or a farmer or you're just a colleague or just anybody, relationships are what makes us function as human beings. So, without much ado, let me just dive into what we have here today. I'll be taking it in steps. So, if you have your writing materials or you want to record this on your phone, it would be a great time to press that button. So, the first thing we're going to be talking about is understanding strategic relationships. When someone first gave me this particular topic, I looked at it because, first off, I think the last time was I was a student was when I was in my MSc at the University of Ibadan, and that was in 2017. So, as an entrepreneur and speaking on this topic, I'm able to reflect on the strategic relationship that I have that have brought me to this um, level, and that is what I'll be sharing with you guys today. So, the first thing you need to know about relationships or strategic relationships is that these are mutual connections that add value to you and the person. So when I'm talking about value, I'm talking in terms of your goals as an aquaculture student, your objectives as an aquaculture student. I'm talking about your vision as an aquaculture student. So I'm not just talking about maybe casual friends or maybe contacts down your phone that scroll through your WhatsApp. No, I'm talking, for example, as an aquaculture student, when you're like looking at strategic relationships, you're looking at, okay, your lecturer that is interested in your maybe research topic, or maybe your colleague that, or your maybe your colleague or senior colleague that introduces you to something new or teaches you something new, or you're talking about maybe your colleague that wants to be maybe your business collaborator. And when you move out of the maybe individual connections, because relationships are not just made individually, you can also connect to communities that support your goals and your objectives as a fisheries student. For example, this particular platform, I know that they support the goals and objectives of students. So if you're able to make meaningful mutual connection in this space too, yes, it makes sense because you have an idea of where you're going, and belonging to a community would be able to help you to streamline your objectives. Oh, sorry, just took the line. So, moving on, we'll be talking about um, building. How do you build relationships that matter? Because now we understand what strategic relationships are, and strategic, and just like I said earlier, these are relationships that bring you closer, like relationships that benefit you and that person, and that brings both of you closer to your goals and objectives. So how do you build this kind of relationships that matter? So the first thing you need to do as an aquaculture or fishery student is to be intentional. So when I say intentional, I don't mean just connect with anybody. Sit down and evaluate your goals. Like, okay, as a fisheries and aquaculture student, what are my goals? What do I want to focus on? Am I going to be community driven? Do I want to focus on the feed aspect of aquaculture? Do I want to go into research? Do I want to be a speaker? Like, there's so many fields that you need to like just streamline and like try to fuse your talent with this industry, because that is what we need right now. Then when you're done with that, you need to be intentional in picking your relationship. So for everything, there's always like before you've been in this industry, we have forerunners in this industry. So there is no part of the industry you decide to um you decide to grow in that you would not find a mentor. So after that, after being intentional and streamlining your goals, you pick mentors that align with that goal. And the next thing you need to do is you need to become visible. Like when I say visible, I'm not just talking about maybe you need to go and attend something. No, your first visibility comes from where you are. That's your department. Like, what are you known for? Like, if okay, let's take for example, now you decided that you want to be community driven in your department. So the first thing you will need to do is take a leadership role. The second thing you need to do is to be visible in the community of fishery students in that particular school, in that particular institution. So this visibility like brings trust. It brings like, oh, okay, I know I recognize this person for this, so I saw you here and I saw you there. Then the third thing we need to do is you need to be respectful. While being visible, you need to also realize that there are people in this industry before you. Your lecturer has probably graduated from university 10 or 20 years ago. So if that kind of person you're going to be building a strategic relationship with, you have to be respectful. Then apart from that, you also have to be curious. For example, for me, I feel like aquaculture is a journey, and I feel like I still haven't even scratched the surface, because the deeper I go into it, the more excited and I feel there's a lot of work to be done. So your curiosity keeps your passion alive, it keeps the spark alive, it keeps you going, and it allows you the grace to connect with the people that would connect you to your higher purpose. And while even connecting you, connecting themselves to your higher purpose. So from here, we'll just move on to how to maintain and maximize um, relationships. So, how do you maintain and how do you maximize relationships? So, for me, as an entrepreneur in the aquaculture space, one trick that I use is I always check on my senior colleagues during their milestones, maybe their birthday, maybe they're starting a new project or there's a new research going on. So you don't want to overcrowd, or you don't want to be in their face, especially if you're connecting with a senior colleague, or you're connecting with an industry leader, or you're connecting with someone that aligns with your goals, that is not on the same level with you. For example, if it is your colleague, it's fine. You guys see yourself in class, you can easily gist and talk. But when you're connecting with people that are more senior, then you need to just keep this in mind. So, and you also need to be consistent. It doesn't consistency when we're talking about maximizing relationships doesn't mean that maybe every day you're like, okay, good morning, ma, good afternoon, ma, or anything. No, consistency means that whatever thing you are doing to make yourself visible, you are there and you are showing value. Because when people talk about relationships, especially in this industry, most people feel like, oh, okay, it is what I can gain. What can I gain from this person? Oh, this person is one of the industry's biggest professional. If I connect with this person, probably this person would give me a job to supply 100 packs of fish. Oh, by the time I supply, no, that is not it. You need to be a person of value, and that is what can you bring to the table as a student. What are your passions in aquaculture? These are the things that would guide you on knowing what to bring to the table as an aquaculture student. Then number three, you need to be professional. And when we're talking professionalism, we're not talking about okay, just restricted to professionals. No, professionalism starts from class, submitting your assignments on time, submitting your projects on time. Oh, if you have a group assignment, showing up for it, doing what you say you would do, being an individual, like being a person of your word, is just strictly professionalism, and that is how it is. So this being a professional, even as a student, would help you greatly in building your network and connecting to people that are of interest to you. Then the fourth one is to network actively. So when I say network actively, like I said, yeah, as a student, you have limited time. But when you have but because we're in a digital stage now, there are so many webinars going on online. You can get on the webinar, be active, ask questions, recognize the facilitators, you know, you can network online actively. You can also network offline actively. For example, if you have like a conference in maybe aquaculture going on in your department, or maybe it doesn't really have to be aquaculture, it just has to be a field that you're interested in, or even in another department that resonates with you. Going there, being active and putting in your best, these things just make you visible, and they make you, oh, okay, this is someone to look out for. So even if you're going to be connecting with a facilitator or connecting with any of the panelists, they look at it that, oh, okay, you were the one that asked this particular question, wow, what are you doing? They will take genuine interest in you, unlike somebody that is just out there for their own gain. Then the fifth is to use digital tools wisely. Just like I said, you don't have to, like, life is so easy now. You don't have to wait until maybe you have money, you want to travel to Abuja for one conference, or you want to, there's a conference going on in US, so I can't attend. No, now it is so easy. You can connect with Zoom. Then maybe you just finished a particular webinar or a seminar that you were interested in and you really participated and you want to follow up. You can go on LinkedIn, look for these people, connect with them. You understand? Because relationships, one thing I've learned in this journey is that no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how knowledgeable you are or how pretty you are, it is the value of relationships that you have that would like boost your opportunities, that would give you the opportunities that you need. So it is very important that you connect with people that align with your goals and your vision. So now we'll be moving to mistakes that you can make while you are connecting, or while you want to connect with um, someone that aligns with your goals. So the first thing is always follow up. Always follow up. And when I say follow up, immediately after maybe a class, and maybe the a class, or maybe a seminar or a webinar or a community event, follow up with the people you engage together with. Um this builds a sense of trust, a sense of belonging. It makes you like it gives people the idea that you show genuine interest in what you're doing. Then you also need to know that in this industry, your reputation travels faster than you. So because of that, you need to also make sure that you are professional, you are a man of your word, you do as you say you will. And um also, I think for me, where during connecting, even till now, anytime I want to connect with someone and I chat them up maybe on WhatsApp or LinkedIn or any other social media platform, and they don't respond in time, I might feel a certain way that, oh, okay, this person did not respond, and since the person did not respond, well, I don't think this person is interested. No, most of the time you need to realize that these people are busy, and these people also have scheduled things that they have to do. So it's very good if you put that in mind anytime you're connecting with anybody, because it helps you to just give them that space that they need. And all you just need to do is to be consistent in following up. If they if they do maybe drop any post on LinkedIn, you're there, you're commenting, you're liking. So in no time, the person would actually reach out to you. So now we'll be talking about the opportunities that are available if you're able to maximize and maintain your strategic relationship as an aquaculture student. So the first thing is you have research opportunities. I mean, if you're able to maybe maximize the opportunity with your lecturer. Even after leaving school, you can still have research collaborations with your lecturer. You have opportunities to grants too. If you connect with the right people, you have opportunities to speak, like when if you're visible and they know that, oh, okay, people know you in your school, like, okay, this is the person, and okay, you're showing your work, and they see that you are passionate about what you do. In no time you start getting invited for um to talk, to inspire the youth, because youth are the future of aquaculture. They are the future of the aquaculture industry. So we need people that are able um, to speak and to represent the youth here. Then, apart from that, there are so many other things. Um, being conscious of your relationships too can also give you international visibility, and this is something that has happened to so many of my colleagues in the industry currently. So now what I'll be talking about is I'll be giving students advice. So because I'll soon be ending this webinar, and let me just drop my advice for students. So whether you're in 100 level, 200 level, or whatever level you are, you can start where you are. Start where you are, and how do you start? The first thing you need to do, like I said, identify your strength in the field. Aquaculture is diverse, so choose your strength. Then look for a mentor in that field. When you look for your mentor, the next thing you do is to connect. After connecting, follow up with your mentor, whoever you're connected in. Join purposeful communities like ASx, Pescademy. Join them. When you're on this kind of platform, it gives you the relevant information on what is going on in the industry. So it's easy for you to be able to attend those events. So, and when you attend events, don't be all those ghost attendees on Zoom. Don't be ghost attendees on online events. When there is time for questions, ask your questions. Be recognized. There's nothing wrong in standing out. So you ask your questions, you create that visibility for yourself. Then I would advise every student on this call, or even if you're not a student and you're here, go and open your LinkedIn profile. It is very, very important. It is very, very important, especially when you want to network. So you need to open that and work on it. Then you need to be able, you need to also have the idea that whatever thing you're doing, you need to be ready to serve. You need to be ready to serve as in order to maximize your relationship with your mentor or whoever it is, whether it is your colleague or whether it is your lecturer or whoever it is, or whether it's in the community that you find yourself as a fisheries aquaculture student, you need to be ready to serve, because serving opens doors that you cannot even imagine. So that would be my advice to you. And just to end this call, I'll just be ending it with a simple statement, which is that, like relationships, how water is important to fish. So strategic relationships are important to you as a student, because without water, fish cannot grow. So without a strategic relationship as a student, you cannot, it will be dicey to survive in the industry. So thank you so much to Samuel Opeyemi for giving me the platform to talk to students. I was also a student, and I'll continue to be a student. So thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. And to end this session, you can follow me on LinkedIn and Ayokunle Oreden. I am there. You can link up with me. You can connect with me. I am ready to connect with you as long as you align with my goals. And I'm sure that we can make something great. We can make the blue economy great. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. It has really been a great time listening to you speak on even mistakes and also how to build then maintain. I believe most of the students listening to us at the moment would have learned a thing or two about strategic relationship, right? And how to maintain strategic relationship. But I don't know, maybe you can tell us one more thing on how do we leverage the relationship to achieve our goal. I don't know if that was said. So how do we
That was it.
leverage strategic relationship to achieve our goal? Maybe in just 2 minutes we can just reiterate that, because I believe
Talk about
the reason why we are building relationship is towards an end goal. And if you must build a relationship, you must have a goal for every relationship. My relationship with this person is to lead to this. Okay, is it a long term, is it a short term relationship you want to build, and so on and so forth. And the reason why I asked this question is this: I was listening to one of our great business mogul, Cosmas Maduka, and he was saying that you don't it's not everything. He said if you want to come and buy a car from me, because he sells cars, that if you want to come and buy a car from me and the car is like 320 million naira, and you say that please give me this car, I don't have money, I'll pay next week. He said of course we will not give it to you because we don't know you. But he now said that imagine that Dangote said that I'm sending a boy, please, you want to buy a car, please give it to him, he's going to pay next week Tuesday. He said immediately they will file the paper. Why? Because that person has credibility, has trust that you can bank on. And that is some of the leverage that we have in relationship. You can be in relationship with someone that can recommend you to go and meet something that naturally if you go yourself you can't have access to, right? But because that person has built so much credibility, so much trust in the society, in the community, that if the person's signature is there on what you are bringing, they can stop what's it called, protocol to attend to you. So that's why I said maybe you can just what more leverage can we have in building strategic relationship?
Thank you so much, Samuel. I actually feel like you've answered most of it, but I would just add my own, based on my own experience, I'll add it to it. So, as a
Okay,
student,
man.
just like I said, the first thing you need to do is to identify your passion, what you are good at. So, it is your passion that would direct you to the industry leader or colleague or lecturer or community or organization that you would network or connect with. So, and I feel like as a student, our goals might differ because, for example, as a student, I'll be very truthful. I just knew I was passionate about aquaculture and I knew I wanted to grow fish, and that was it. So also, I think I was also open to research collaborations. So for me, I partnered with my lecturer, my project supervisor, to write one or two papers. And after I achieved that goal, that was it. And that is a short-term goal. So when it comes to leveraging your relationship, just like Samuel said, you need to identify if the relationship is short term or going to be long term. So, for short term relationships, at that point, you need to, like I said, follow up, be consistent, be visible, show genuine interest. And when you show genuine interest, the feeling is going to be shared. The feeling is definitely going to be shared because human beings recognize fake easily. So if you're real, the feeling is going to be shared. But if it is a long term goal, then you know that you're in for the long haul. The first thing you need to do is to make sure you're not all up in that person's face. The next thing you need to do is to make sure that you check up on milestones, and if you have things that you're working on, you share your ideas with with the person you want to network with, sorry, with the person you're networking with, because when you share your ideas, the person is able to bring in their own contribution, and at the same time also point out whatever one or two things that you might have missed along the way. And in leveraging relationships, just like Samuel said, it's not just about maybe the person giving you money. Just like I said at the beginning of this session, that most people, when you're talking about strategic relationship, what they're looking out for is money. No, there are more things to this industry than money. And the way I also said it earlier, you're in this industry, especially reputation, your reputation will precede you. So if you're known for your professionalism, that is being consistent, being visible, yes, and maybe you're connecting to someone even without you saying what too much, they'll be like, oh, I recognize this, I know you now, I see you, blah blah blah, I do this. So when you have that kind of rapport with the person you're networking with, it is easy to bring in your own goals. It's easy to bring in your own objectives to connect with that person. And trust me, if both of you are on the same page, in no time you work together. So I hope I've been able to just break it down and like just break down the steps on leveraging opportunity. Yes.
Thank you so much, man. That's very wonderful. That's very wonderful, and it's so much nice to have you. Talk about all these stuffs. And like she has rightly said, please follow her on LinkedIn. Your already, please follow her on LinkedIn and
Yes.
come with a purpose. Now, maybe I'll round it up with this. If you want to build a relationship, don't be a parasitic person. Don't build relationship parasitically. Some people are just there to come and get all they can get from the person. They are not ready to give, right? You have to build a
Yeah.
mutual relationship, even if the person can give you more than you can give them. The best thing you can give them is to say that thank you, sir, thank you, ma, okay, this and that. And one thing that the Bible will say is that the gift of a man maketh room for him. If you don't have a gift, you too, you must have one thing you can offer. Relationship is supposed to be mutual benefit. Have something you can offer. Don't be a burden in a relationship, regardless whether you are building a relationship with this category of person, whether it's an I person in the community or your colleague. Always have something you can offer as a benefit to that person. So these are where you can maintain relationship. If people are not also gaining from you, they're always giving to you, there's nothing to gain from you. They will later drop you that, no, this one is just good for nothing. So I think that's where we'll round it up today. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Mrs. Ayakule, for coming. She's,
You're
you're
welcome.
more than a sister to me. Yeah, everything.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Anytime.
you. So
Yeah. Thank
yeah, I
you.
say you can drop your social media handle. No problem, no
Yep.
problem. We are going to drop it under the comment section on this video on YouTube. So you can go and follow her, go and reach out to her
Yeah.
on more about maximizing relationship, and she can also give you a direction on who to network with when it comes to this area of your career. So I think that'll be all. So thank you everyone, and bye till next time. Bye guys.
Bye.